In today's video, I finally get something I've been wanting for a very long time. And actually I've already had this for about a week. Wii U Pro Controller. Alright, so, battery still works. When I purchased this, I believe it was last weekend, I only spent $10 on it, which, from what I could tell, used ones were going for a hell of a lot more than that. Which is great, because it means I saved a lot of money, and finally got one. Now initially I thought the battery was just completely kaput. I did leave it on charge for overnight, and it charged up. It's been able to keep its charge. I've just pushed the battery. I haven't actually given it a proper sort of run through. But just offhand, these buttons all still feel fine. So can you actually turn this thing off? Nope. Well, anyway, like I said, picked this up from an op shop for about $10, which is great. Anyway, I have no idea where the hell this has been, so got to do something very important. I have to disinfect it. So let's begin by getting this thing open first. And I shall start by removing its battery. Ooh, I'm pretty sure that's all Japanese. Oh well. You know, I think I actually missed the boat on being able to get replacement 3DS batteries, which is a real shame. I should have probably ordered some before the, well, discontinuement of them, which is a real shame. So just by looking at this to begin with, I can see a little bit of dirt build up underneath the, so yeah, this has been a well-used console. No, it's not a console, it's a controller. What am I saying? I should have pulled out that little tab thing I've got. Sorry, I've got a magnetic sheet that you can be used to store screws on without them going all over the place. Let's hope I don't regret this part. It's a real pain in the ass that you can't actually use these with the Nintendo Switch. I mean, seriously, it's like a firmware thing. It's code, it's not hardware restricted, it's not hardware locked. Yeah. Bloody Nintendo. Oh, at least unlike some small schmuck, I didn't end up paying like $100 for this, or $50, or I think it's in like the original ones going for like $200 to $300 if they're complete, and I'm just like, yeah. All right, now if I remember the iFix, ooh, oh wow, that came off very easily. And now I'm somewhat concerned because something is preventing me from pulling it up. Oh, no, it was just in tight. All right, so if I put those two buttons there, that should be all right. Take these two out here. Take this out. Nope. So I can see two screws there, and I can't see any other screws. Wait, there's a button there? Ooh, what does that do? No freaking clue. All right. So let's try to get this out. Right, this has only got one motor in it? Okay. Oh, wait. Geez, I wonder how difficult it would be to smash one of these up. I've seen some controllers that have had well, let's just say their lives have been a little bit difficult from their previous owners. And with how fragile that is, I'm kind of wary about it breaking. Anyway, these should all be keyed but easy to replace. There we go. Alright, let's begin. Wow, so a fair bit of dirt gets up around here. But no, really, I cannot believe how lucky I got getting a hold of this. It's like going up there and there were a bunch of old gaming controllers, and this was with it. Wow. Alright, so that should be the top half done. Almost. I mean, the controller does look nice, and I haven't used it properly, but I am sort of concerned with the, well, how fragile those screws are holding in the analog sticks. That's a bit of a worry. Oh, at least I didn't pay full price for it. Ooh, that pops out. I guess I have to add that I'm really lucky that this isn't in worse condition and only requires a bit of light work. Although I do have an old PlayStation 4 controller I should probably do a video on, since that's seen way better days. Ooh, that hurt. Alright, let's switch over to something that's not as hygienic. I picked these things up from a local shop, and ooh, they definitely have the alcohol smell, but I've no idea. Wait, who manufactured these? Oh, it's an American company. Okay. Yeah, locally getting a hold of alcohol wipes is a bit of a problem. So I can't get my original ones, which are used by the hospital. So I grab whatever's available. I probably should have checked that out a little bit more, but yeah. Alright, those two are done. Now let's do this back panel. Oh, and if you're trying to get this screw out, it's sort of fixed in there, so it ain't going to pop out easily. So don't try to fully remove it. Alright, let's take a look at this on the other side. Now, yeah, that comes off, sort of. Alright, I'm going to say these are going to need a clean. And looks like they did their job well. Just trying to be careful enough not to, well, break that. Oops. Now I don't know how well that battery's going to have, well, survived not being charged for however long. But it being Nintendo, hopefully the battery will be decent. I haven't had to fire at my Wii U for a while, so it hasn't even been synced in there, but it'll be nice to be able to use this with Pokkén Tournament. Great, now I have to figure out where that goes. Little clear bit. Ooh, 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 that did not sound kind. I think I heard a snap. Home button. It's an X. What's the power? What are you? Slide. Yeah, I never really understood having both of these, but then again, I guess like every other controller has them, so. Oh well. At least Nintendo can't get their asses sued for copyright. Well, in some cases. So personally for me, I feel comfortable with the controller. It's a bit weird. I haven't felt this sort of quality before. It's not like what you get with a PlayStation 4 where it feels rugged. This, it's weird. It's got a weird feeling to it. Oh well. I suppose it does feel something similar to the Switch Pro controller that I have, which I paid full price for, which I really hate. I hate it so much. Alright, I'm replacing that one. So, for now, I'm going to see what's underneath these. Alright, that doesn't require too much attention. Get underneath that little bastard. Like that. You know what, I think I will clean the PCB because it does appear to be a little dirty. Wow, they look so much more fragile than the ones you find on the GameCube. In this case, it's not less is more, it's that, well... less saves money. Alrighty, that can go on there. Sounds like someone's running some water. Okay, let's grab this. And reinstall it. Actually, what I might have to do is something else. Ooh, is that still a little dirty? Yep. B A X Y. I'm assuming you go in like that. Yes. Oh, here we go. So that goes in there. Power button. Plus. Oh man, they make this so much easier to reassemble. Although I don't reassemble controllers too often, so I can't exactly say for sure in reference to the way others are designed. Oh, wait. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. All right, let's try that again. Certainly a lot less to this, but it does kind of make sense the way it assembles. So I think I will screw that in, however. Let's try wing. Yeah, I really don't like the strength of these screws. They feel really weak. I mean, it's got a stabilization by having the second pin, but I don't know, it just doesn't feel rugged. Alright, so that feels a bit better. One and two. Good. Hopefully that's how it's supposed to be. Now, how do I put these two in? Man, I probably should have watched one of these videos. Alright, so if I pop these two screws back in, alright, so I'm going to give a bit of a clue, but I'm going to suggest that putting tension on a vibrating motor is probably a bad idea. Ooh, that sits a bit better now. So by having the least amount of tension on this motor, hopefully it won't break. Oh well. So if I move those two forward, slot that in like so. The motor falls out. I hate vibrators. It's not meant to sit in there very well, is it? Yee. Wow, that is definitely not comfortable going back in. Maybe I should look at getting an air compressor specifically for this job, or for these kind of jobs. I wonder what that black one does. Ooh, Nintendo. Yeah, making this difficult to put back on. Got to give kudos on trying to thwart the Repair Act for that. Alright. So if they slot in there like that and I pop these two out, This is not going in as easy as I thought it would. Even without those buttons on. Yeah, come on. Put the motor back in place. Alright, those buttons don't feel right. Yeah, so from what I can tell, it does require a bit of force. So I'm trying to line her up. Ooh. That almost feels like that's right. Let's sort that battery out. Sorry, the motor. All right, I'm gonna have to pause this here. All right, I'm back. So after a quick little look, yeah, not the easiest thing in the world with this particular one. All right, let's leave off those buttons for now and see whether or not I can figure it out with this. I'm sort of worried I bent that red button, the sync one. Okay, so that's all down, that's down. So really there should be nothing getting in the way those two slipping in. Now, something doesn't feel right here. All right, hold on. Question is, did I have these buttons seated correctly? Which I just attempted to redo and shove them into what looked like it was the right sort of position. Now, I've got my right. Looks like it does clip into that little lock there. That's not how I want it to go. Wow, so easy to take apart and way more difficult to reassemble. Ooh, that's why. Maybe I should try lining up the reset switch, the sync switch as well. Actually, I've really pushed that out. I think I've really pushed that one out of the way. All right. So. Alright, so I can't see the sync switch where it's supposed to be. Alright, that looks better. So yeah, try not to damage the sync switch. Shit. Which I may have bent it out of shape a little when I was trying to put it back in earlier, which is not good. It feels much more comfortable. Oh yeah, you can see I've definitely bent that. Oh wow. Okay, so I was catching it on that switch there, on that reset switch. So if I put that back in, all right, comes alive. Yep. I busted that. Yep, I think I've bent that. All right, out you come. Okay, I have definitely bent that switch. So all I'm doing is pushing it down with the screwdriver, the bit of metal that's sitting up. So it's no longer raised, it was raised just a little bit. And that is looking a bit better. And fingers crossed that that fixes the problem. Okay, that feels better. That still looks a little bent out of place. All right, reapply power. Nope, now it doesn't even want to turn on. So what happens when I plug it in? Do I have a cable? Yes. Not going to be far enough, so this will be off camera. Turn it on. Oh, you can just see it here. Turn it on. And nothing. All right, so that didn't help. Don't tell me I broke this thing already. All right. Oh, there it goes. All right, so that's fired up. It's acting like a button's constantly being depressed. So the problem might be somewhere else. All right, let's get these first two screws in. Want to be careful with that. Don't want to flex it too much because it doesn't feel like it's meant to do that. Get that screw in there properly. All right, so that's down. All right, let's get you back in, the analog sticks. Now if I restore the battery component, I'm just going to double check to see, well, there isn't any stress marks on that except for the bit of metal back here that was lifted up, which no longer appears to be, so hopefully that's been resolved. So I should be able to sit that there. tuck that in there. Screw that down like so. Should sit in there. Now for the left button. Maybe put the cable down there, it might make it better. Slot you there. Those fit there. All right, so I'm trying to line up the Z buttons properly. And then it's getting that reset and that little black button to going where they're supposed to. I'll take out the back of this again. Should give me better access. So just pull it forward. There. Yeah, so it's the sync button and this other one here, which I'm not sure what it does, seems to give me the most grief. Okay, they're in. Now, pop this in like that. So yeah, you're probably going to want something with a plastic pokey tip to Alright, something's wrong with that synchronization button. I may have broken it. Yeah, we're back to the same issue where it's not working. Alright, so synchronization button works. That one feels like it works. Alright, one last try, and then this goes in its own little box for something later on. Well, at least it's a throw switch, that's easy to fix. Yeah, I've got a feeling that that sync switch is going to be depressed constantly. Alright, I'll have to give that another try some other time. Alright, so sometime in the future I may be doing another video on replacing that, that switch. What a bugger. Well, all I can say is at least at this point I haven't damaged it any worse. But at least it's clean now. So its responsiveness should be, every time you push a button it wigs out, and at this point it's not. And that button is feeling like it's being depressed, so Mr. Battery comes out. You go in like that. And this is going to be the end of the video. Anyway, yibbity yibbida.